Hello, this is Irma with my note cards. Welcome again to my channel if you have visited me in the past, and if you haven't, well, welcome. As you know, or might not know, I am primarily a card maker, and I love doing things and making things out of paper and paint and crayons and colored pencils, etc., etc. Now, we are in the month of October, and very soon we will be celebrating Halloween, but there is another holiday that comes right after Halloween that many of our Mexican neighbors will be celebrating, and that is called El Día de los Muertos, or Day of the Dead. It is a day in which many of the Mexicans think of and pay tribute to their deceased relatives. And very often they take a skull and decorate it. I do not have a skull die. I do not have a skull stamp. But you know what? I like to think of ways of creating things without using those tools. What I've taken here is a piece of paper. It's rather big. I don't know. I think it's about 4 by almost 5.5 or 6 inches. And I have folded this. Now, if this is the type of project that you'd like to make, then take whatever size, depending on the size of the skull that you want to make. And I'm not going to use a guideline as far as tracing anything. I'm going to just start. I have an idea of what I'm going to make. I could certainly make this again. And I'm just going to go to the edge, alright? And I'm going to just cut like so. Now I'm making this very big so that you can see it. The skull that I'm going to ultimately finish and show you the finished project will be much smaller. Now, what I want to do is, this is going to be the mouth part, but I don't want to make it that long, so I'm just going to cut. And here at the corner, I am going to just very gently just kind of round it off. When I open it, I am going to have the shape of a skull. Now this skull is kind of wide across. I don't like that, so I'm going to close it again. And I'm going to bring this let's take a look and see if my skull is a little better. Yeah, that's not too bad. Now let's just round off the top over here a little better so that my skull doesn't look like a Frankenstein's skull. But then again, if you're doing this for Halloween, that might be something that you might consider doing or wanting. Okay, so here I have my skull. Now the next part of making my skull is to make and draw it. Draw it as well. I almost knocked the tripod out. Going to make a straight line right across. Then I'm going to judge where my middle part is. And let me tell you one thing. You're better off cutting this skull from paper, white paper, like printer paper, typing paper. Don't use cardstock, because if you know you're a paper crafter, once you get that crease in the middle, it's not going to look that good. So here I put one tooth in the middle, and 1, 2, 1, 2, and there's my mouth. My heart again, my nose again is going to be an upside down heart, which I will color in. Okay? And then I have my circle. 2 circles, 4 eyes. You're going to color this in. And I'm just coloring it in quickly just to show you. And here we go. Here we go. And that's my skull. Now, again, if you want to use this on a Halloween tag or a Halloween card, you would stop here. But because we're going to be celebrating after Halloween, the Day of the Dead, I decided to put flowers, decorate it with flowers. You can use magic markers to do that. You can certainly stamp flowers across it. Once you've decorated it, then you put it on a card, and you might wind up doing something like this. This is all hand-drawn by me. I didn't use any stamps of any kind. It was kind of fun. I took it and I mounted it on a cardstock, made a border. Again, you can do this any way you want. It's your card. It's your creation. I hope that you've liked my Day of the Dead skull. And feel free to subscribe, come back, and take a look at some of the other videos that I have. Have a great day, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.